Hi, I'm Cheryl Horner-Cyrulnik. I'm a documentary producer and the founder of Gigantic Productions in New York City. We are a documentary production company primarily working for MTV. The process here is messy. It's not terrifically logical. There are all kinds of ways that projects come about. So on the one hand, we are constantly generating ideas. We generate ideas for topics, for example, of true life, which we've been producing for 8 years. And on the other hand, we are also developing series ideas and other documentary ideas. If we have something that's a basic 1-hour documentary concept, so this is not a huge series, we do a budget and a contract. And from there, it's a matter of staffing, who's going to produce this show, who's going to shoot, what support staff do we need, associate producer, production assistant, what do we need and what can we afford, and we look at how long will this process presumably take. So after we have staff and a budget and a contract in place, the next step is casting. Sometimes research and casting. So we usually come into a topic not knowing that much about it. It's typical. We do topics on everything on the spectrum, from weight loss camps to deaf youth, people getting out of prison, all kinds of things. So we generally come in with a topic that we don't know that much about. And so the first thing we need to do is learn the basics, and then we start looking for our cast, our subjects. We will shoot for weeks with a subject, and it's a very intimate, sort of guerrilla style process where people say it's fly on the wall style. We in that method we have just a very small team, a couple of producers who are out with small cameras. They use handheld cameras. They really form relationships with the people that they're following, and they shoot and really overshoot to establish that relationship and break down the boundaries and to be there rolling when the important things happen. It's, in my opinion, the hardest way to do things. It's exhausting, for the people working on that. You really never, because things aren't really carefully planned out and by their nature can't be set up, you never know when something's going to happen. From the time that we finish shooting, we'll go through all the tapes. People will be looking at the footage, transcribing interviews, mapping out the plan for the edit, and that process might take a couple of weeks, and then we head into the edit. Like most of the things that we do, it's a messy, collaborative relationship between the editor and the producer. It's not a situation where the editor is just there to push buttons. They are really talking back and forth, and they'll, put the story together in a way that they think makes sense. Then they call me in, I give my 2 cents, and once I think it all is working, we hand it to the network, and they give us their 2 cents. For most of the 1-hour shows that we do, we will be editing anywhere from 9 weeks to 14 weeks. I realize that there are people who do documentaries for 2 years. We're not those people, but we are in there for more than a couple of months, and then we'll go in for finishing. So at that point, we don't do that here. That's when we'll go into color correction and an audio mix, and we'll put everything together on tape and deliver it for broadcast. I think for people who are interested in getting into this field, to really truly succeed, you have to be fanatically dedicated to creating something that you're going to share with an audience. It has to be so important to you to see your name buried deep in the credit roll, flashing by for a split second, that alone will motivate you. That just being able to say that you were part of this process, you know, being able to collaborate with other people, being able to be out on the shoot, and to think that you know, being on that shoot is fun. Like you have to have that feeling that this is cool. We're making TV.